Right, got the coffee. Let's get going. Welcome to City Skylines. Welcome to the Friday Daystream. I am Palpatine001, otherwise known as the Senate, and we're back in Valhalla City after doing traffic fixes last night. We are now going to do the forestry industry and extend a residential area to make up for it. Just a note, we've got this, which is good. So I will check that out in a minute. Wrong one. And I need to see who is... Oh, I'm going to sneeze, so I might mute the mic in a minute. Okay. So this is where we are with Valhalla. I need to see... This could be an awkward switch over. Actually, that's going to make a nice national park. There's a couple of things I've got in mind. Who we got all on? Okay, so yeah, that's a free run. Right! So in the last stream we were rather getting picky about fixing the traffic in this industrial complex. So far it's been done. I am actually probably going to do one more fix and have this done. I will need to compensate for it though. Although technically there's industry nearby. So yeah, we've managed to fix up. Let me turn that around so it's actually the right way. So I think this is still gonna bottleneck out. We do have, if need be, we can bring this over to form this as a ramp just to have them go straight over. If it continues to play up. So that is available. I'm actually going to extend this over. But if industry demand kicks up again, we've got all this online ready to go. Now just going to do a quick bit of spatial. Actually, no. Before I do anything else, I'm going to purchase that tile. Okay, so the forestry is in here, which is set to go. Ooh. Hello, what's happened? I might actually have to force the game back out and in. We've something's translated over from the game that should not be here, so I might have to come out and in again. Because that should not be happening, and that's going to have me very curious on a mod situation. So something hasn't been drawn properly, and I'm also going to be checking the workshop if this shows up again. So I'm just going to go back out and in because that shouldn't have happened, and sometimes that just needs a refresh because it's showing an interchange that is not one of mine. So it's a bit So apologies about that, folks. It's game case. If that's still going to happen, well, we can either prepare for a new map, and I'll just continue that offline, or I do survive in the aftermath. But Fridays I like to keep as my day streams. Let's just try that again. Okay, so give me a second. I'm just gonna First of all, verify the game cache. Just make sure. Oh, and also check the workshop. So apologies for this, everyone. Something dipped. And that's the only one that's updated. That's not enough to trigger it. So library. I shouldn't need to do that. So let's go back. Right. Good news is the second load's always quicker than the first. So we don't need to worry about that. And then we'll get back into building. Yeah, here we go. Here's the game. Alright, here we go. So yeah, again today we'll be doing forestry and extending Isabel Park. So we'll create Isabel Park East, and depending on mode I might also do a national park as well. Industry I'll keep an eye on, but I have an idea what could fix that relatively quickly. It's just given the time of day the game is in, is I need to check the rush hour. And plus we'll also be getting ready to do a new map as well. So I'm gonna take a look around and see which. Still not really low enough. But whatever. And yes, so then we'll be looking at our next map. I know a lot of other streamers are doing Blade Island, but which is an infamous type of map, but not really interested in it. Mainly because it lacks a rail connection. It's like, okay, here you're going to be very reliant on your seaports to go anywhere. There's all 2,000 assets essentially done, as well as 58 mods. Hopefully that derp has disappeared and we can just get cracking onto it again. Alright, here we go. Ah, looks like it's disappeared. Whatever that was a bit interesting. So, kick out. Yeah, it's disappeared. It might have just been a render fail on the first slide. It happens. Okay, so let's take a look at, first of all, our road layout, because this is forestry being done. So that's all forestry. So I've got a... That's the airport. That's the seaport. That would be another good one to roundabout out. So we've also got this to do as well, although that might just be a straight motorway connect. Yeah, problem is that they're going to feed into there. See, that road would be a good one to bring round as well. Hey Cyber, how are you? I just had to restart the game because this interchange here had totally disappeared. So I had to restart the game to do it again. But today we are doing forestry and I'm just doing the planning of it. So probably an interchange there. And an interchange, where is that sign? There, so where do we go to Fort? So there. And an interchange here, because that will also connect back into Isabel Park. So that would come along like that. Technically we can bring another one over here. So they've got two ways in and out. If they want the rest of the city they will do that. No, 81 tires. Me or you? Oh, no, I've turned 81 tires off and dropped to 25 for because of performance reasons in an older city that I was doing. It's just that I've never turned it back on. Alright, I'll pick that up post-strum. Yep. Yeah, so no, we've just got 25 tiles on the recommendation of Q-Boy, for performance issues for the moment. Once that new major frame FPS booster comes out, we'll be switching back over to 81s. Don't worry, don't worry. Right, so, as I said, sorry, I'm doing a bit of spatial planning here. So we'll drop our first interchange back because we've got to keep it away from that one. We've also got a runway. So we'll drop our first one there. If we get the motorway interchanges in first, then I can work back the rail. So free cursor on. There it is. 3 lane. Oh, no, 3 lane. Cute. Okay, so we go. It's a plus. I think it's a plus 88, and we come up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we drop one there. I'll drop both at the same time. Technically, I can also bring another one through. Is that flat land? It is. Another connection through here as well, which is going to probably be very tempting to do. I can't tell what that is. And then we'll drop another one. So up we go. Okay, so those are the interchanges in place. I'm just going to use the forest brush quickly. So that's that done. So that's in position, that is in position. I've got that road available if I need to come over. Where is that sign? Right bloody there. Oops. Right. Let's me drop that. Okay. On ramps. Let's hope the nodes are set up properly for this. Yes, they are. So we can come straight down. Ah, this is one where you have to go backwards. So it is going to be a short ramp. Yeah, I need to see if I can use that. Or you just run it as anarchy. Turn that on. It's just because what he's done for the Valhalla map, as I've said before, is that there's power lines under here, so you wouldn't need to build power lines, but because I use power lines in the game, it becomes a moot point. So what I'll do is let's get these. Ain't gonna work. So no. Might leave steep ramps for the moment because we're gonna have a. Yeah, gonna do that. So best way to do that is take control of the ramp. So I'll do that again. Take that out fully. So go there, go there. That one's not going to be as bad, it bother me as much. I will take a little bit. And this creates better. Yeah, it's a bit better on the. And then we can go. is going to continue to wonk it out. Just wondering. Ah, it's a double. Double nodes are always interesting to do. One way of fixing that problem. Just make sure we don't have a double node. I do need to get the node. Node controller, to be honest, because it's going to be oops. Just one moment, just eyeballing this a bit. That's not what I wanted. Right, we'll leave that there for the moment. That should be able to allow me to train that one later. Oh, I need to do, what is that, a 3-lane? So I need to go 1, 2, 3. It's not the one I want. It's better. That's better. Now to do the other nodes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these nodes are a little bit. So we can do long ramps for this one. That one could be. Ooh, no. So I guess I'll do that. And flip that back over to elevated only. And you're not going to get a 4-laner down there, I can tell you that straight off the bat. So the ramps are a bit short here. This is because we're in close proximity to another set. So what I might do... Let's make that 4-lane. No point doing it there. That said, there's going to be a secondary connection nearby, so don't need to worry about that. So those are those. So that's the first set. Which means now I can... Where is it? Do the ramps. Where's the node? Oh, okay, the node is there. Okay, well that's fine. What that does mean... No, sorry. Let's drop that to 6. Turn that around. And then we can go... yeah, okay, so there's a creek there, so I'll probably keep that at 2 meters for that trip because it's I've got that nearby to contend with. Oh, No, I will drop it to 0 because it's easy to. Otherwise, I'm going to have problems with roundabouts later on. Oh, okay, I thought I had dropped that back. Let's try that again. Okay, so that's fine. So we've got him in there. There's the forestry thing. Now, there's probably tempting to bring a road through here and bring it to there. So that will be another another roundabout. The catch is, though, so that could be pushing the point of a tunnel. Otherwise, I'd have to bring it. No, it can't be done there. In fact, that's. If I was to do that, let's drop the tab. Yeah, that would be an interesting scenario. Right. Okay, so that's that interchange done, and I will. Ooh, that would be a very stupid idea. To be honest, you would put it here. So, is that again noted? Yes, it is. Okay. It doesn't matter what it is. Ah, no, you can do so. Drop down. Oh, Anakin can come off. So turn that over. Go back here. And bring him around. Because we're doing two things at once. So that goes there. I do not want to connect it there. Because I know what's going to happen. It's going to cause a traffic nightmare given the proximity of that interchange. One direction could be to bring him in. So the idea would be to actually bring him in. So I'm going to do this now. Bring him in. Just do a straight road. Because I will asymmetrical that up. So your 4+1s, your 3+2s do great wonders, and we don't need. Oh, yeah, 3 lanes enough for that. 56 should be enough for him. So we just go here, and hopefully my nodes are a little bit off. So that's okay. Let's bring that there. Okay, so fine. There we go, it does that. I'll do the mathematics and all that in a minute. So that allows for that to occur. So that's all set to go. Where's that set of power lines there? I'll just go one more on that. Depends where I'm going to drop all them. so that gets dropped there. So now we'll come back to this side. First thing we'll do is wrong one. Ah, fuck. Nodes are out. Oh, no. Build the ramps first, come back to the nodes. Bring your prop anarchy back on. Sorry, normal anarchy back on. Oh, okay. This is a case of where the nodes are not in position properly. Okay, so that's a little bit further then. Well, that's nice to know it's going to do that. I'll worry about the height maps and that in a minute. So that's one. Where's the second one there? Oh, I see how this is going to work. Yep. Okay, so where are we at? 6 meters. 2. Pardon for the Sims music. Not entirely my fault. Hey. Behave. Good game. Okay, so those are all in place, which means I can go back to here. It's that time of day. It will mean I have to add pillars, so I'm going to have to come back around. So let me do the ramps first and I'll go and get the pillars. One. As you'll notice, I usually do my ramps backwards, so that's better lining up. What have we done here? Okay, we'll try that again. The ramp is a little bit off. I'll go straight down to okay, that's fine. So that's just a case of back over. Maybe not. See why that's happening, it's too high. Technically, if that was slightly. Actually, no, that's. Oh, I was gonna say, I thought you were taking more. She doesn't. Okay, then she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go. Beans to giggles. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's gotten that in place. So that allows me to bring a connection down to here if I wish to do so, or a connection back into here. So the point being, it's ready to go. It's a detailer's dream too. If you ever wanted to detail this, so there's so much you could do. We have got the power cable there, so that's fine. Oh, there! Thank you for that, Cyber. Where are we standing? 15 days to go, 69 rays. I think we can get it to 50,000. I need to get Mrs. Pelting logged in to dump her 20-odd thousand to kick it over. So, first of all, oh, that's over the bot's gonna have snooze. Oh, there we go. No, it is. No, it's still working. Just one moment. So they. Alright. Good morning, Jersey. How are you? I hope all is well with you. Oh. Never mind, the gamble commander is working. I need to see why the heist command's having a dip. Okay, well that's good to know. Oh, he's told you off. So we're doing tonight, this morning, sorry, Jersey and Cyber, if you've missed it there, we're doing the forestry tonight. Time zones. And also doing an extension of Isabella Park. So, good old-fashioned industry build today, because I want to get a few more unique factories going. Know the feeling. I was on the phone this morning having to deal with one problem. Sorted. I've got Toastmasters area contest tomorrow. Mainly sorted. As long as we don't have contestants dropping and wanting to come in. I have a district council meeting tonight online, along with the club presidents and vice president educations. Fun. It's just another crazy week. You think with COVID it would all calm down? No. Anything but. Okay. Especially if my prop anarchy wasn't on, it would be like, ha, ha, ha. So I want that one to come screaming all the way through there, so... Oh, I should build that rail connection, to be honest, otherwise I'm going to get... Let's put him there. It's 3 lanes, 64 meters. Should probably go one more. 72. Oh yeah, absolute trains on, so. What? How does that work? Yeah, that's a case of, pardon? Go away. Oh, that was the lemon drink. I wanted the coffee. I should really do this or I'm going to end in a massive as pickle. Where is it? Okay, let's do this. Where am I needing to? Okay, it might be helpful. Okay, that's good to know. I've got a hill right in the way. Tell me something I don't know! Tell me something I don't know. Where's that connection there? So done that again. Yep, it likes doing that. So just give me a minute. I'm just wondering if it's going to let me. Yeah, well. Okay, it's going to do that because of the way that is elevated down, but I'll fix that in a minute. Nice. You infilling your green spaces? Ooh, interesting. Are you trying to get to 1 mil? Because I tell you what, for this city at 79,000, it's not the most. It's going to do that, isn't it? Yep. Dip the. Where's that upper one? Yeah. Okay, well, this gets lowered. So slightly. Oh dear. What is the other goal? Well, if you're Jedi, you're trying not to burn your city down. Does that count as a goal? Or has that been a little bit too ambitious? so that's there, that's there, that's there. Okay, so back there. Okay, so that's built. Okay, so we need to go right around. Where is the rail connection back on this side? There. Okay, so we've got to bring him all the way. Wondering which way to run him. If I run him quite tight, we'll go all the way around. I might run him actually quite tight and run him all around. Thank you for the 2000 there, Jersey. So where is that? So what we'll do is run that connection there so I know where that's going. It is also very tempting in this instance. Is that only a single? Yeah, it is too, so I have to go over. Yep, welcome to city planning in real life. That's what usually happens, that's what I end up having to do. So that is nothing unusual with cities either. Okay, so we'll actually run a parallel too. Because there is so we'll put him under, bring him around this way. Okay. Sorry, this is just going to be a little bit bureaucratic as I work at. None. So the top 8, yeah, it's 5 to 1. So this city's the size of 80,000, 240,000. It's only a peewee city. Do you ever build monorails, just out of curiosity? Morning for those that have just joined us. I am Palpatine001, aka the Senate, and welcome to City Skylines. This person definitely needs it. He's going to probably hate me for it. Oh, I need him to squeak first before I can do it. But this city has a metro in it. But I was going to say, do you do monorail? Yes, monorail, as Jedi would say, monorail. Okay, so that goes in underneath. So what I might do is flip that to elevated. So that's allowed me to do that, which means now I can just jack this up slightly. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to clear these off because I can't see. Okay, so that's telling me what to do there. Yep. Yep, and Yumble found that one out the other day. Now, monorails are extremely noisy. Oh, for the waterfront area, I do trolley bus. But then again, I've only built 2 out of the last 4 cities I've built, including this one. I've only put trolley buses in twice. And they're good for tourist areas, and that's it. We do have tram in here. We've actually got 2 primary tram lines. So one goes from here. Let me take that off. One goes from here, runs down this huge ass road, comes out, comes down, and then does its circuit in the city centre and then we'll come firing back out this way, back out, and then we have another tram line that goes through. It works its way through somewhere. Oh, there it is. Works its way down into here. So yeah, the tram lines exist, that said. So does the metro. So it's like, it's all there. Welcome to reality. It's like the Sydney monorail. It's like, yeah. So, let's get back to this. So we're doing forest rangers, but before we can even get anywhere near it, we need to do the transport layout and all that. And I also need to take. Alright, take care, Cyber, and we'll catch you later, mate. Oh, they can disappear, they're not critical. So, back to rail. And I said rail. Okay, so. Should I be able to get 6? Yep. Now the catch is I've got to then raise it for here. So I've got to go. Oh, okay, that's gonna be interesting. Let's see what it's gonna do. It's actually going to behave itself. What I've got to make sure it's not going to do Captain Floody Floody. So what I might... It's far out, those trees get in the way. Just going to make sure we're not going to... Oh no, we won't have Floody Floody. I can... And we definitely won't have Floody Floody now. Alright, let me just take this down a little bit. So that's fine. Well, that's round the city. How about through a city? That can be a major difference. I'm just wondering if I can force that as a... No, I don't want that. So go back to here. I'm going to probably have to elevate those. So that's there, that's there, that's there. Yeah, with them. I was just gonna say, because from planning speak, to go around the city is very different to go through a city, and you've got different transit methods for it. So a metro would never go around the city. It's heavy rail, and technically a motorway. To go through a city should be your expressways, your boulevards, and your metro system. Now, some people might say that's being extremely pedantic, but it's not, because otherwise you get yourselves into wonderful planning pickles, like the Americans in my home city of Auckland does, and it's like, oh, where you put your motorways through your city and your rail system around it, and it's like, there it is. So we do this. So we come up to, yeah, and like I was watching a council committee yesterday as they were discussing transit-oriented developments, and boy, the amount of times I was pinging them on language, because City Skylines is a game and we can just go pause, demolish, done, but in real life there's real life consequences. So language matters a lot. Okay, that's that side connected. If I need to do a... that's a bit steep. Do a separate connection. I can do one. Yes. I'll do one back here, but we'll see how it goes. I need to take a save. Yeah, the old congestion price. So, for those that are with us at the moment, and I'm going to do a podcast. I might, depending on what the weather does, do the podcast this afternoon on your transport and transit modes. So, your motorways, expressways, boulevards versus bus, tram, metro rail, heavy rail, and the purposes of them. One, where they're most efficient. Two, whether they go through or around a city, and why, if you do it the wrong way around, it leads to some pretty crap consequences. Yeah, Brittamart's good. We've got the new city rolling stations being built. We've got the Puanui interchange underway, which I've been a major advocate with. And yeah, they're getting there. We just need to get the older stations up to it. So at the moment, we're just waiting on a save. Yeah, so I might do that podcast today. I've got council tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Come on, game, let's go. No, still. Still saving. First save is the slowest, and everyone after that is the quickest. It gets quicker after that. I bet. Well, London's also 2,000 years old, so yeah, that gets a bit interesting. Where are they with the high-speed rail out of London heading north? Have you ever been? Have you ever gone to YouTube and watched the um, rail videos from the driver's point of view of them going through their city loop? How it's just bonkers. H continues. Are they actually physically building it, or is it still on the paper only, designs only? So we're gonna have to probably sink that back a little bit further. Now just got to watch out for a water connection. Okay, so that's got that side done. Just one moment, folks. I need to. Take a restroom stop. Same argument as Auckland. We have 34% of the population and generate 38% of the GDP. Yet of all the tax revenue we sent down, we only get 85% of it back in spending. So it's like, when we had the lockdowns, like the rest of New Zealand, so the so-called joker south of the Bombays goes, New Zealand's the albatross around the neck. Yet when we went into lockdown, the city went into lockdown, it's like all the businesses south of the Bombays were beginning to fail because New Zealand, Auckland just wasn't simply trading. And they suddenly realized, oh, maybe we do need them after all. Oh, if it's going to do that, I can actually drop those back down. Where is that other connection? All the way over there. So yeah, watch out with your largest cities. And not the wisest idea to go. Where is that going? Oh, there. Did I just absolutely derp that? Probably. Right, so that's the bypass rail connection done. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is raising that. No. Move it, mod. Raising these up ever so slightly. These also will form good metro services later on to So what we can do here is actually sink that back down. It's a rule of thumb, people never mock your biggest city when it comes to population and its sheer firepower and economic output. If it needs investment, it needs investment. Don't neglect it. So let's go back to here. See, we can drop this down technically. Stellaris. I need to do that again. Things have just been a little bit busy because Stellaris actually takes a lot of time. And I'm aware there is a new update coming out too. So it's like, that's the one! And anyone familiar with the 1956 Suez crisis is when you don't have liquidity for the City of London, uh-oh. You're poked. And I mean poked. There we go. That is the rail connection there. Effectively, oh, I need to check out a mod too because it's done a big update. So that runs as a major bypass right round because you're going to get congestion in here with the intra-city services, especially cargo. So we've built that, and it also allows me to get the forestry cargo down. That said, where I run that back into there for the this could be a case of the double. I might actually shove in the double and allow that to come over. That could be very case of a double. Have I got the station for it? Yes, it is available. So what I might do is yeah, they're all going to have a whinge. Oh, God. Okay, let's get this in. I'll need to move him further back. So that is the Valhalla. Back on, thank you. Oi! that allows that. Might as well do this right now. So we go there, there. Ooh. Now that is gonna end up having a dip. I'm just wondering. Anarchy not on? No, it's not. So we can trim that very hard. Brilliant! Well, that sucks. Sorry, I just need to check something. Okay. So that's allowing that. Oh, fun. They're off to the Caymans. Fun. So I'm just wondering where to. I might have him. Because if they can access the inland port, that means they can do that and transfer goods over. So see, because they can't access that side. So what I might do is bring. Just one moment, folks. I just need to sort this. Anarchy's not on, is it? No. Okay, so then we can just drop him. I'll get move it to fix that up. Oh, prop anarchy's on. I hate when that happens. I need to get these onto Ooh, roller coaster ride. Oof. I can sink this one down a bit. Won't be as bad as problem. Might actually redraw those. This is because we've got a huge ramp in there that we have to contend with. Oh, well, there goes the Caymans. Oh dear, as it said in The Simpsons, oh crap. I shouldn't have told them about the illegal customer. Oh crap, I shouldn't have told them about the dodgy island. Oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have told the IRS at all. Right. I think that's just going to have to do for now. It's just because of the way. So that allows them to inland port. If I want to connect that back up, I can, but we'll see how they treat it. Okay, so that is done. Yay, now we can actually get to business. Are they only... Okay, nope, Caymans are definitely out. Right. No, now it decides to work. Dun 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 dun. But dun 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 dun. I'm just wondering out of curiosity. Yeah, it does do it. This looks a little bit more rustic. Okay, so we've got... Propaganda key is off. Okay, so now let's continue with these. No, let's go cut it a bit close. Dun, 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 dun. Ouch! That's all I'll say. At least it's not as broken as Slay's one. That bot is just driving everyone nuts. Because it's like... Oh, damn. Do I need to do bracing? No. I will just... do that and just cause it to be raised. I was just going to say, Prop Anarchy better be back off again, or I'm going to be not exactly thrilled. Shoot. Where is it? We can go... To be honest, that can actually be lowered. A lot of mover because the terrain here is a little bit more fickle to deal with. So, I need to take a save. So we're doing the forestry industry. We will get that set up today. There we go. Just need to raise that up. Okay, it's fine. Go back here. Just gives a little bit more. Authenticity. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Sorry, I'm being a little bit picky with building aesthetics. It's not like me to be picky, but I thought... Okay, where is that second one? So that is there. So that one basically is... Ha ha ha. Funny game. That's because the roundabout's raised. So that's... That just do what I thought it did. Yeah, pretty much. So let's just drop that down ever so slightly. Cube. Go. Top. Okay, so that's got that set up. So we've got that all there. Now to do the industry, which is the old case of daisy chaining. So the first thing we need to work out is yellow. Sorry, I'm having a pause. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Nope, no. That's the old Oculus game. Nope, no. Across the seabed. Nope. That's just the case of real. G'day, sir. Okay, so I need another roundabout here. Whatsoever in the roundabouts, it's gonna make them flip out. But I don't care. Okay, so that's there, and now that's going to work nicely. I'll show you why. So I will. Oh, I haven't had my no snapping is on. Haha. Oh, go away. Not you guys, not you chat. I've got my phone on. And things like notifications are coming through from Twitter and LinkedIn. It's like, no. This will be perfect. Hey, behave. I tell you what, I'm gonna have to be. We'll be spending half of the time doing lane mathematics. Doing lane mathematics because it's a case of fudge. Okay, so that's fair. Yep, this is a case of a reverse. So I'm going to do one of my famous cargo hubs. So out we come. 1, 2, 3. When do you go? When do I go into GMT plus 13? That is next weekend. So not this weekend coming up. The next weekend. So the 26th, 27th, we go into GMT plus 13. I will be putting up broadcasts on the blog, Twitter, on all my channels, platforms on when we go into summertime. So that means my clock's going hour forward. So that's when all the dynamics change over. Sorry, not dynamics, clocks. Clever. I would actually do this. Oh, excuse me a minute. Cute. Oh, hee. Do an old-fashioned balloon loop. And I'm gonna leave that for the moment. I will fix it up later. So that's that in position. So those are that's the famous special there. Okay. Funny game. Yeah, so the blog is automatic. Is on universal time, so that adjusts itself. Discord is universal, and the schedule on Twitch is universal, so that updates itself. They all update automatically. So if you're looking on... Let's just go here. They all update automatically. So if you're looking on... Yeah, so the schedule clock on Twitch and the things are set to UT. So it will show up to your time zone, adjust accordingly. So when daylight savings begins for me, yeah, it will adjust automatically. So we don't need to worry there. Okay. So let's work this out. So we've got that there. Actually, before I do anything else. So again, the way the game dynamics work, it's a little bit of reality in real life too, just at a larger scale. In cities, it's more compact. Is the daisy chaining. So now we're going to work. Oh, before I even do that, let's do this. So I like, this is the one time I'll start using my dirt roads, because I like my dirt roads. So up that way. So I do use dirt roads quite a bit. Prop anarchy is off. So first thing we need to do, so we go, your daisy chain. You go left to right. So we've got that. I think these are quite big, the barracks. That's right, I've forgotten these were soddingly massive. I think the maintenance sheds are just as big. That's right, the lumber industry is all huge. Okay. And yes, I did notice the name of the street. So, ha ha ha. Oh, we've got more ore available. Oil. Oh, it's all offshore. Well, and for some reason these, I know why it's done. That's to create the snowfall effect. It's all plopped over there. So I'm going to have to create an artificial oil field. To be honest, it's probably going to end up in there, given I can make all that residential. So, to be honest, this is going to be one of the few times I actually place it away from the main building. Oh, I don't want to do bracing, so I'm just going to be a bit lazy on the roundabout. I remember property hours is 24 hours, 36 minutes. It's not far off ours, so it would be. Okay. So, daisy chaining, so let's do the barracks. So that's the barracks. I've forgotten these were quite massive. Okay, so that goes behind, so that's a dirt road. Prop anarchy still off? Yep. Let's be awesome. Okay, so that's that. So across. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm not gonna touch the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is the water supply? There. So we're going to also just, because of the way it is, I am also going to set up as you've got forestry, you need these in place, or you got to burn that all down. So we've got 6 fire choppers available, plus another 12 in the city. So that is available. Again, we take another save. I need to check where that one is. That's an old comment. Okay, so those are in place. We've got the fire choppers in place. So I'm going to build the fire department. Just a small one for the moment because I'll... So this is New Zealand assets now. So they're in... And I'll actually clear those off. So we've got the fire station net ready. Now we go left to right. Again. So that's forestry. So... Industries DLC is not that hard to do. You've just got to know the way you go. You go left to right, and then you have your unique factories after that. So, small tree plantation, large, and then of course you've got your sapling fields, and then you've got your sawmills, your intermediary warehouses, and then you go over to your unique factories. Plastics. So with this we can do the furniture factory. That's the toilet paper factory, so that needs oil. So you can see they become more and more complex as you work your way across. And that's the most complex of the lot. So we can build the furniture factory. So you want to keep him in very close proximity to your cargo hub. Now they don't have to be placed in an industrial area. I typically do. So if we go back to the farming, what are they having a whinge at? Crops. Shoot, are we short? Oh, it's also midnight, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. So that's telling me I need to get, that's waiting for the trucks to get in there, and to be honest, yeah, I think he's waiting on deliveries. Yep. Okay, he's waiting on crops. Let me just see where they're all being diverted to. That's a bit unusual. Oh, they're all there. I think it's because at the moment it's daytime? Nighttime at the moment, so they're not producing, so you've got to iron those out too. I'll be back in just a moment, folks. Hey, sorry, I just had to go and take care of the chickens because the weather's gone. Crapped itself. Okay, so what do we got? So if we get the furniture factory in, get him in first, and I've also got to establish his warehousing. So where is he? He's there. Okay, he's that direction. So, and he'll be exporting out. Oh, yeah, I see how this is going to work. Yeah. It's fine. So, put him there. Actually, he needs to go there because he's going to need to have his warehouses attached. So we'll put him there. Your one-way roads come into play. So he'll get flipped in a minute. So we do that and turn that around. So we do that. Turn him around. So he's turned around. So he needs plain data. So he's very easy to look after, and he'll just export straight out to the city. So what I might do is actually zigzag that off a little bit. Is what I'll need to do now. So get the warehouses put down. So he needs 2. So he needs 1. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the case, so that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll zigzag this out a little bit. Actually, that might... Let me just do this. Yeah, of course he's going to do that. He's going to have a whinge. Yeah, that also comes to mind, although I'll show you what I do with those. It's actually not the emergency service... Oh, shoot. It's not usually the emergency service vehicles that are the problem. Ironically. It is actually the garbage vehicles. So, it might be one way for the moment, but I can sometimes flip them over. So we put him there. Okay, so put him there and there. Yeah. So there, and there. So he's right up there, and that means I should actually get the 2 warehouses now in position. 1, 2. So plain timber. Whoa, brown. Whoa. Hang on, guys. Got to take an emergency save. Just had a massive as brownout. If the stream drops for some reason, brownout. Lights actually just dropped to half power. So I'm taking the emergency save. Ooh, that was interesting. That bright hammer, I was like going, don't you do this to me? Yep, so that is set up. Now we've got to get the extraction, so that will become a... So we do that. Okay, so we've got that, and so he's going in. He's going in there. Now we're going to need to work our left to rights out. Yeah, no, the lights dropped out. That was a bit gross. So it's either lightning's hit something. I haven't even. We've just had another dozy driver hit a power pole. It's amazing how many have their licenses out of a Weetabix packet. Okay, so we need extraction. That's a howler outside. Whew, that's blowing a howler outside. Okay. So let's go back to our dirt roads. Let's wing this through. That might. We'll do that because I'm just going to. It's actually just going to do this quickly so I can get a proper lineup on there. Proper lineup on that. One of the 100 megawatt cables to front, and given front is all nuke powered, that gets interesting. Okay, so forestry. Oh, that was a bit on the fluky side. That squashes right up on it. Oh, that's irritating. Okay, so we'll drop 3 of these down. So we've got the plantation fields. To be honest, you can probably drop a few more. Okay, so those are the plantation fields. So now we go. Oh, you can. If you really wanted to, drop one of these in. So they're all in position. We'll need storage, so you need to have intermediate storage for them. And the easiest way to do that in this instance would be to, rather ironically, so hey Jersey, is there a one-way dirt road? Oh, yeah, well, that's typical of generators. Is there a one-way dirt road available in the game? Or not? I'll need to go and look it up. So we need intermediary storage. So sawdust, small log yard, large log yard. No, it's not. Damn. Okay, I'll probably run just the small ones. That is true. Okay, so that's got the yards down. Yes. Okay, we're going to continue on. So that's the intermediate tree lines. Now we've got plenty of room for expansion, so we don't need to worry there. So, and now to follow Jersey's one this time around. We do build an asymmetrical. Because the fire department and that will be in the area as well. Okay, so that's that done. So now we go over to extraction. So you've got two classes. You've got sawmill and you've got the biomass pellet plant, which does not produce paper. And you've got the big pulp mill. So the pulp mill is the one I'm going to be looking at first. The Eden project is built, so it is not a so-called... Don't worry, it's not facing... Oh, okay, it's that way. The Eden project is on, so pollution is not technically a problem. Again, asymmetricals for this one. So Jersey is right in building your asymmetrical roads. God, they look ugly. So we've got the intermediate tree, so we're daisy chaining out. So basically they go here, 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 here. Then to export then out. So that's stage 1. If I was to expand it to take everything out, so if I was to go in here, they would end up down here, and so you build a secondary facility. It also allows me to build the zoned wood industry as well. Yes, I have, but because I've got unlimited money on it, it's a moot point. Shit. Double whack. That was a big brownout. We actually had the lights go fully out. So I say the power company's trying to reroute power through a secondary cable. Either there, we just lost one of the national grid circuits and they're really trying to reroute. It's better. In real life, modern monetary theory applies, so money is unlimited. Okay, total loss. So back to the big pulp and paper mill. he's up, and then I need the log mill, which I don't want him really sitting on that secondary road, so I might. Let me just ponder this one for a minute, because I know what's going to happen. Okay, so they're all going to come funneling back down here too. Yep. It's going to be an interesting. Yep, know that one. So it's just working space. So that's coming through. I need to plop the sawmill somewhere. I'm just having a... because they're going to come all funneling down that road, which is going to be the interesting quagmire. I can think of, but it's a case of where to drop the sawmill, because they're going to carry straight out into there. Actually, I do know where to drop the sawmill, so that's a case of a... drop him. I'm just trying to remember if they're allowed to turn over asymmetricals. So these guys are borrowing from the markets. Plop in one. I'm trying to remember if they can turn across asymmetrical roads or not. Or is it going to be a case of a big whopping turning bay? Does he remember if they can turn over asymmetricals, lined asymmetricals, or are they going to be doing the runaround? So if I was to place this down, can they turn over the line, or am I going to need a turning, or am I going to need this one? Okay, we'll put it down. If they can't do it, I'll flip it back over. So he'll just come in and then just go back around. So we've got the basics all set out. What I do not have yet is oh, my mind's just gone completely blank. Oh, unique. So that would be... yeah, because unique can't be imported. It can only be exported. Yeah, they can't do 3+2s. We'll see. If I need to put the turning bay across, I'll use the turning bay one. So it means it's just shifting these back one and then building. I think I've got it here. There it is. Building that one. I don't think there's a 6-lane version of that, is there? No. So we'll see what they end up doing. So come back to here. No. No. Yes. So we can put that in. Make that unique. Unique factory. Now we've got room to do that. So we've got pulp and paper. I am going to okay, so it's a small one. Switch that over. Forestry products. That's always going to be a bit interesting with that in the way. But you work with what you've got. Even if it's irregular, but then again, nothing is let's put a small amount of that in. So you get. So I'll need to do the district. So we've got plenty room for expansion because wood is one of the ones that seem to run out the quickest. Districts. Okay, so that's that done. So we can now go forestry. So that's the forestry enabled. So it's Valhalla Forest. Oh. Oh wait, I know where that is. Where's the main building? So that's all on. So let's get the infrastructure set up. So we've got the forestry industry set up. Yay. Moshi, stop playing with the loo. Get him out. And we'll need a new treatment plant. Ah, okay. That can actually technically happen. What is our 665,000? So I haven't got much capacity there. And then we can, for extra good, let's not put it next to your fresh water. Probably end up putting him. Never too legit when I do my pipes here. They have again, Captain Obvious, they have kittens, so that's all that down. So power is now the problem. So we've got the 400 in there. And then we can run the 35. I don't think they can run underneath. Yes, they can. So that does them, and then we just chuck a okay, so that has them in place. Yay, we're looking good. I'm going to take a restroom stop and then need to finish off the civic infrastructure. Oh, and heck, I've got to do the lane mathematics. Not fun. Okay, so they are set up. Technically, you can. Yep, I can set up a small logging town, which I'm also going to do today. So give me a moment. Okay. Alright, we'll keep going to 12 o'clock and then we're going to stop there. So another 15 minutes and then we'll stop for the day. We will get this. We'll build a small... No, okay, that's gonna do that, is it? Fine. Oh, it doesn't let me to do that, does it? Okay. Have I got another one for that? Do actually. So it does allow me to do that. Which is good because I can then build a little small logging town. so that's all there, which means all I need to do is... Yeah, so that will come out from that one. Okay. I need to go and do these. This is going to be... It's fine. Fine. Don't need to do any giveaways on that yet. Okay, so that is technically a 2-lane. So now we're doing our lane mathematics, and then I'll finish off for the day and then let the simulator rip behind the scenes. Okay, so that allows that to happen. So now I can just go back and go. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. That's not. Yep. Fine. Fine. It's fine. Key off. Okay, that allows that to happen. That. Disable that. That's fine. If that threatens to back up, I'll quickly alter that. That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. How many more are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I might. Yep, I've just seen that, so. Okay, so that's that done. Yep, that's that done. It's fine. That's not. Whoa! Do allow lane changes. Okay, so that it needs to. Come. Right, that's that sorted. Okay. No, that can stay. So that's now back here. Ah, wrong one. can't now these. Do that. Is that one done? I think that was that one. So let's go back here. Sorry, this might be a bit teetered in, but it needs to be done. That needs to be a done. But your lanes are gonna be pretty well screwed up. That's fine. It's fine, and that will be fine. Well, it should be fine. Yep. Let me just. Yep. Yep, that's fine. So that's all of them done. Now it's just setting the speed limits. Because these are actually quite slow. That's very easily done. 80, 80. 80, 80. Sixty. Okay, so that's that. 70. Right. Okay, we're set. Oh, one more thing to do. Yep, put that in. Oh shit, is that gonna... Okay, so that cannot be done. So that then goes there. Yep, so they'll bust back out. There we go. So I just need to do that quickly. That can stay as is. It's night time, so that's going to happen. Yep, that's fine. Yay. So I'm going to take a save. I'm going to hand you off to another one, and I've got to go and do the afternoon work before competition tonight. Well, prepping for it. I will be back on Sunday at 7 PM. Okay, who can we go to? Alright, we'll go off the gym and then I'm going to make sure the simulator's okay. We'll be back on Sunday with tweaks and detailing at 7 PM. Meantime,